Women may not openly admit it, but there are certain weaknesses that make them completely drawn to a man. And most guys have no idea what they are. If you've ever felt like some women simply don't notice you, it could be because you're not yet using these triggers to your advantage. In today's video, I'm going to reveal the 7 female weaknesses that instantly make any man more interesting to them. And I guarantee you, once you understand number 5, you'll realize you'll never have to chase after a woman again. A man who knows. How to create mystery? Have you ever noticed how some women become more interested in guys who don't reveal everything at once? That's because curiosity is a powerful trigger in attraction. When a man lays out his entire story, right away, he takes away the pleasure of being discovered little by little, which can make her lose interest quickly. Think about an engaging movie. If you knew everything that was going to happen within the first 5 minutes, wouldn't the story lose its appeal? The same principle applies to seduction. Creating an air of mystery doesn't mean pretending to be someone you're not or playing games. It's about revealing your personality at the right pace, giving intriguing answers, telling stories without spilling all the details, and having an interesting life beyond relationships are natural ways to spark her desire. Many men make the mistake of trying to impress by listing all their qualities and achievements on the first date. While this might show that you're a great guy, it can also make her feel like she already knows everything about you. The secret is to reveal bits and pieces of your story and let her want to know more. This touch of mystery makes all the difference. Now, think about it. Do you tend to reveal everything right away, or do you know how to maintain a little mystery? If you've noticed that some women lose interest too quickly, you might be oversharing too soon. So here's a challenge. In your next conversation, hold back a little and observe how it makes things more intriguing. 2. A man who demonstrates purpose in life. A woman can immediately tell when a man has a sense of purpose. And no, this has nothing to do with money or status, but with having a clear direction in life. Men who know what they want and go after it exude a magnetic energy. This creates a sense of stability and security, 2 extremely attractive qualities. On the other hand, a man without purpose gives off the impression of being lost, which can create an emotional dependency that turns any woman off. Now, imagine meeting someone who constantly complains about work, life, and situations, but never does anything to change them. That kind of attitude is exhausting, uninspiring, and over time, a major turnoff. Now, think about the opposite. A guy who speaks passionately about his projects, has clear goals, and tackles challenges with determination. That kind of energy grabs attention and makes any woman want to be around him. Here's an important detail. You don't have to constantly talk about your purpose to prove that you have one. Your actions speak for you. The way you carry yourself, communicate, and even handle problems already shows whether you're a determined man or someone who just lets life happen without taking control. Women are naturally attracted to men who have something bigger, driving them beyond just the desire to win them over. When you're guided by a purpose, your presence becomes stronger and more engaging. And the best part? You don't have to force anything. When you're truly focused on growing, attraction happens naturally. 3. A man who knows. How to lead. Women pick up on much more than you might think from your gestures and actions, right from the first moment. A man who knows how to lead doesn't need to be bossy or force his way. He simply exudes confidence and direction naturally. This is clear in the way he makes decisions, offers solutions, and carries a conversation without expecting her to handle the entire interaction. He knows what he wants and takes initiative without constantly asking what she prefers. Indecision is a huge turnoff for a woman. If, every time a choice comes up, you respond with whatever or whatever you want, it can come across as insecurity or a lack of interest. And it's not about ignoring her opinion, but about showing clarity and taking responsibility for guiding the situation. Small things, like choosing a restaurant without hesitation or leading a conversation with confidence and engagement, make a huge difference in how she perceives you. What makes a leader naturally attractive is not being authoritarian, but being confident. Men who lead in a balanced way don't need to be arrogant or control everything all the time. They simply know where they're going, and that certainty reflects in their actions. This attitude creates a sense of stability and security, which many women find extremely seductive. Being a man who leads doesn't mean making all the decisions alone or disregarding her opinions. The key is to exude confidence in your choices without fear of taking responsibility. When a woman feels she's with someone who knows what he wants and acts with clarity, she feels more comfortable and connected. This generates respect, admiration, and, of course, a much higher level of attraction. A man who knows how to create sexual tension. The difference between being seen as just a friend or as someone desirable lies in how you create tension between you and a woman. Many men believe that just being kind and attentive is enough to spark female interest, but attraction doesn't work that way. If there's no element of teasing, intense eye contact, or an engaging energy, the interaction becomes predictable and dull. Women want to feel that rush, that electricity that makes everything more exciting. Creating sexual tension doesn't mean being invasive or forceful. Small details make all the difference. Holding eye contact for a second longer before looking away, lowering your voice slightly when saying something personal, lightly touching her arm while emphasizing a point in conversation. These subtle gestures trigger unconscious responses that make her see you as an attractive man, not just a nice and polite guy. The mistake many men make is either overdoing it or completely ignoring this part. Those who try too hard to be seductive can come off as desperate or awkward, while those who avoid any form of teasing often end up in the dreaded friend zone. The key is balance, showing interest naturally without anxiety or the need for validation. If the chemistry between you is there, attraction will happen almost effortlessly. When done right, sexual tension keeps the connection alive and makes a woman feel drawn to you without needing any logical explanation. A man who understands this dynamic doesn't have to insist or chase attention. His mere presence already makes her want to be around him. The secret is to feel the rhythm of the interaction and allow attraction to grow at its own pace, spontaneously. 5. A man who demonstrates emotional control. When a man remains calm in any situation, he conveys a sense of security that few things can match. Nothing grabs attention more than someone who doesn't get carried away by impulses or unnecessary drama. This shows maturity, self-control, and a more balanced outlook on life. Women quickly notice when a guy knows how to manage his emotions. If he reacts to everything with stress or aggression, it can create an unstable and exhausting environment. On the other hand, a man who remains composed becomes a stabilizing force in the relationship, someone she can trust. It's not about hiding emotions, but about expressing them clearly and without exaggeration. In tense moments, a man with emotional control doesn't panic or lose his way. He focuses on solutions rather than getting stuck in complaints. This attitude creates a sense of stability and security, qualities that are extremely attractive. Additionally, a man who can handle his emotions avoids unnecessary conflicts and makes any interaction more enjoyable and effortless. At the end of the day, emotional balance is an essential quality for anyone looking to build healthy and lasting relationships. When a man can stay centered, he not only attracts more women, but also fosters deeper and more meaningful connections. After all, no one wants to be around someone who loses control over every little thing. 6. A man who has a hint of mystery in his gaze-eye contact can be one of the most powerful tools a man has in seduction. When he knows how to use it with intensity and purpose, he creates a connection that words simply can't replace. A firm, confident gaze paired with a subtle smirk has a magnetic effect. It's the kind of thing that makes a woman feel butterflies without even knowing exactly why. But here's the secret. Many men make the mistake of looking away too quickly or staring too intensely, making things awkward. The key is maintaining eye contact for just the right amount of time, long enough to create an engaging tension, but not so much that it becomes overwhelming. This small detail sparks her curiosity and makes her want to know more about you. And it's not just about staring. Small gestures, like slightly raising an eyebrow when she says something interesting, or briefly glancing at her lips before returning to her eyes, create a subtle game that works on a subconscious level. These little actions trigger emotional responses that make you come across as confident and fully present in the moment. Eye contact can also be used to build anticipation. When done right, it turns an ordinary interaction into something unforgettable and full of tension. This kind of visual connection is a powerful way to show interest without saying a word. And the best part? When executed well, this simple detail lingers in her mind for a long time. A man who knows how to create a sense of scarcity, anything rare holds more value. When a man is always available, replies to messages instantly, and changes his plans to please a woman, he loses one of the essential elements of attraction: scarcity. If a woman feels like he's always within reach, without any effort, there's no challenge, no mystery. On the other hand, when he has his own life, filled with projects and commitments, his presence becomes something special rather than guaranteed. The key isn't to ignore her or play emotional games, but to build a life that doesn't revolve around her. Men who know how to manage their attention demonstrate that they have priorities and don't need constant validation. This makes every moment spent with them more valuable. When he isn't always available, the woman feels the need to win him over too, which makes the connection much more intense. Many men think that to win a woman over, they need to always be present, always texting, and constantly showing interest. But the truth is, the more predictable he becomes, the less impact he has. Small moments of absence create a powerful effect, making her crave his attention. Something as simple as taking a little longer to respond or having a busy schedule can make her start missing him. The human brain naturally values things that aren't always available. When a man has purpose and fills his time with meaningful activities, scarcity happens naturally. He doesn't have to fake anything. His attention is valuable because it's given selectively, not handed out effortlessly. This attracts women in a genuine way because it signals independence and self-sufficiency. Women are drawn to men who have a fulfilling life on their own, not those who rely on a relationship to feel complete. If you want to keep learning how to become a more confident and irresistible man, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. And now, check out the next video popping up on the screen. There, I'll share even more strategies to level up your game and set yourself apart from most men. See you there in a few seconds.